Hi, welcome back to the show. I'm here with Jared Lee with the FX Games. It's coming up on September 22nd out in Eagle. So first of all, Jared, tell us about the concept of the FX Games. Where did you come up with it, and what type of things do you want to see happen there? And I know the public's excited to see it, so tell us about it.
Yeah, so it's a community event. We'd like to see friends, family come out and see some exciting sports, get excited about the different types of sports that they might not see on a day-to-day basis. Have some food, have some sun, and to see some athletes and maybe even participate in some sports on their own.
So tell us, what are some of the sports? I heard there is a thing called parkour, which I have no idea what it is, and I don't know if the general public has any idea what it is. But tell us what that is, and specifically what type of sports are going to be there and what the public looks forward to seeing.
Right, so we wanted to highlight some of the upcoming sports as well, of which parkour is one of them. It's becoming more and more popular. It's kind of hard to describe, but it's basically, you see it all the times in the movie, the Bourne movies, the Bond movies, things like that. So you see a lot of motion and jumping and rolling and somersaulting. It's that kind of motion. I think of it as gymnastics without the gym.
So it's kind of like what the stuntmen do in movies. Mm-hmm. So like when you see like Jackie Chan and he's jumping on buildings and side to side, how do they compete? Do you have like walls set up, or how does that work?
This will be actually an exhibition for parkour. It's kind of hard to wrap your head around what the competition would look like. Mm-hmm. Over time, we'd like to put a little definition to it and competition to it in the way of, kind of the American Ninja Warrior thing. Mm-hmm. But obviously, you have to have some pretty involved obstacle courses and things like that to pull that off. So this year is just highlighting it. Basically, we might do something with the public to show them that this is really difficult stuff. That it isn't quite as easy as it might look in the movies, and it requires a lot of training and education and safety around it.
Now, are you bringing some people in from out of the area, or people that are trained to do this type of thing?
So there are locations in town that do train on this, that have coaching. They have indoor facilities. They have very good equipment with mats and gear and stuff like that. We're not bringing anybody from out of town this year. We would love to do so. Kind of the guy that created parkour. We'd eventually love to have him here to kind of showcase the sport even more, but we just kind of want to get things off the ground this year.
So what other sports will you have there, and how do people that want to sign up and compete, how would they go about doing that?
Most of them are registered at the event that day. So some of them will be exhibition, like I said, and they're predefined, and we'll have individuals out there doing the exhibiting. And then we'll have other sports that you can register on that day. For example, the BMX motocross, mm-hmm. Dirt bikes. You'll be out there, obviously pedal dirt bikes. They'll be out there, and you can register that morning. And they've got classes with all different kinds of age groups and things like that. So you're more than welcome to participate that day.
So is there a website people can go on to get more information and to figure out the times and the address? It's a new park in Eagle. I think they changed names, but tell us about, where do you sign up? Where do you get information? What are the hours, and things like that?
A lot of it's being defined on Facebook. Obviously, social media is a place where almost everybody's gravitating towards. So you can go to FX Games on Facebook and like us there and get a lot of different feedback, ask your questions. Of course, our website is wirelessfxgames.com. So you can go there. It'll talk about the location, the date, the time, the sports. And we'll be obviously constantly updating that information as well.
Well, this is exciting. I don't think there's anything that I've heard of in Idaho that's incorporated these types of sports and things like that. Have you ever heard anything like this, or is this kind of one of a kind?
It's obviously a little spin off of X Games. So X Games, in my mind, kind of being your non-traditional sports, that people, have kind of gravitated towards. So that's kind of in line with that. One of the individuals on Facebook commented that he felt it was a long time coming for Boise. So what I took out of that is, I think he's seen that in other locations, or mm-hmm. felt like it needed to be here. I don't know kind of which, but that's kind of how the feedback that we're getting from the community is, wow, this would be a great event.
Yeah.
It would be fun to see different sports and expose kids and families to different sports, and maybe some that don't cost as much as kind of the traditional sports, with the economy and things where you can grab a skateboard and go down to the park and spend the day either by yourself or with your family or whatever. So a lot of those sports, we want to showcase a little bit.
Well, that's exciting. I think it's going to be a new concept for Idaho, and it's going to be a kind of a cutting edge, and it'll be great for the kids. And so tell us, how do you find the park? Where exactly is it located? And if somebody wanted to be a sponsor vendor, how would they do that?
Okay, so the location of the park, it was formerly known as the Bike and Velodrome up in Eagle. It's off of Horseshoe Bend Road and Floating Feather. So if you're heading up towards, you know, Horseshoe Bend, you would take that exit there by Winco.
Gotcha.
Just kind of head up north, and it's the whole northeast corner of that, that intersection. It's got a lot of potential. It's a great park. There's a lot of hiking and biking already going on. There's terrain course up there, slalom course.
All sorts of stuff.
Already there.
Well, thanks, Jared. Jared with FX Games, September 22nd. Make sure you're there at the Eagle Skate Park.
Excellent. Thanks so much, Casey.